Hey, what up everyone? I'm Sinnycool and this is FROMSoftCHEESE. And here we are back in Dark Souls Remastered. I think this is part 12 of FROMSoftCHEESE. So just showing you some little cheesy things, little boss strats, little just things you can do in the game. And in this one we are level 54, leveling up to 55. And we're in the Catacombs. So last time I showed you the Catacombs skip amongst many other things. In this one I'm going to show y'all the Pinwheel fight. How to make it super easy. It's already super easy, so I had to put a bunch of other stuff on this. But Pinwheel fight we got. I show you how to get the Covetous Silver Serpent ring, which is the ring that gives you more souls for every kill. I show you the exact route to go get it and how to get to it easily and everything. We're getting the Rite of Kindling. We're getting the Covetous Silver Serpent ring. We are fighting the Gaping Dragon in this one. I'll give you some strats for that, even though I crush it. Like, if you've been following along, you should be crushing Pinwheel and the Covetous... the Pinwheel and the Gaping Dragon, just like me. You should be crushing them. You shouldn't need too many tips, but I'll give tips anyway, just in case. And then, what else was on here? Something else. We'll see. Reah's quest line and, like, the whole thing. How to make it to where, like, Petrus doesn't kill her and, like, she's back at the parish and all that good stuff. So, got all that on here for you. Alright, so right here we're going to Pinwheel. This is where we left off last time. We summoned Paladin Leroy. So if you do the little drop down, the little skip, and you're human, you know, you can summon Leroy. So might as well have him there as a distraction. He's not really needed to help you kill Pinwheel, really. Pinwheel's super easy. So what you're going to want to do with Pinwheel is just run up to Pinwheel and just kill Pinwheel. Like, you can usually kill Pinwheel before it teleports away. If it teleports away, it's going to make copies of itself. It's going to be harder to find Pinwheel. It makes the fight a little bit longer. You're still probably not going to die, but, you know, try to run up to Pinwheel and just hit him with your hardest, biggest R2 or something, and then just kill. Paladin Leroy there for backup for a distraction. So just targeting, running up to it. I got the Black Knight sword, +4. So bang, bang, boom, bang, before it could even teleport away. One of the easiest bosses. Rewards you with the Rite of Kindling, which makes it so you can kindle bonfires more. So you can get up to like +15, +20, maybe even more than 20. I forget how much you can kindle. Got the Mask of the Child, which is the stamina headpiece. So there's a Mask of the Child, Mask of the Father, and Mask of the Mother. I think one of them raises your equipment load, one of them raises your stamina recovery speed, and one of them gives you a slight, I think, HP regen or something like that. So that was Pinwheel, super easy. Here we have patches. So once you, I don't know, this might be the Covetous Silver Serpent ring first, sorry. So I'm going to show you the way to that. So we got to the bonfire. Pretty easy to get to the bonfire there. You just slide down the coffins. The big skeletons are kind of difficult, but just be careful. Slide down the coffins. You'll eventually make it to that bonfire. So from the bonfire, just do right wall strats pretty much. And, you know, you got to go down here, take a left, then it's left, I think it's, no. Alright, so we go down. It's the only place you can go down after right wall strats. You're going to have to kill some skeleton beasts, some big skeletons, a silver knight. Just clear everything out before you go looking for the ring, if possible. So you go down here, and to the left, and you'll get to a bonfire. So there's another bonfire here in the Tomb of the Giants. We're not going to be able to, like, go to Gravelord Nito and do the Tomb of the Giants, the whole thing, but might as well grab this ring now, I would say. So, got to that bonfire, and now pretty much straight ahead, you have this little jump. So there's other ways to get there. You can do a drop down, but I feel like the jump is way easier than the drop down, because with the drop down, you kind of have to do like a blind jump. You have to kind of know where it is. But if you just run and jump right here, you can kind of just get up there. So this is where the Covetous Silver Serpent ring is. So pretty easy. Bang, got it. Hopefully just follow my directions. Maybe go back and put it in 0.5 speed or something, and you'll be able to figure out where it is. But it's pretty much right wall strats until you have to go down. There's like no other place to go, I don't think. I think you just go down. There's like a skeleton beast right there by the ramp that goes down. You go down the ramp, find the other bonfire. And once you find the other bonfire, you come up from the other bonfire. You pretty much go straight ahead. There should be a couple skeletons. You might want to kill them. and then pretty much straight ahead there's the jump to the Covetous Silver Serpent ring. So grab that bad boy, and now you can soul farm even better. Get 20% extra souls from every fight. We're talking to Patches. Things you want to do with him. I just exhaust his dialogue, and then you're going to want to look over the edge. And then let him kick you down there. It's just the best way to get Reah, you know, make the quest line go forward. Like, don't be like, oh, I know he's going to kick me down there, so I'm going to go ahead and just kill him. I would rather have him as a merchant later in Firelink Shrine, where he can sell me some stuff, and, you know, he'll give you a reward for going down there and coming back up and stuff. So, you know, just let him kick you off. That's what he wants to do. It's what he's here to do. It's his thing. You know, he kicks you off. So, just let him kick you off. And then, yeah, this is where Reah will be. So like I was saying, back in Firelink Shrine, we talked to Petrus, we joined his covenant, we bought his stuff, maybe even paid him for the information about their journey, their little mission that they do. And then, you know, Reah comes with Vince and Nico, and then they're talking about how they're going to go on a mission to the catacombs, and Petrus is supposed to go with them and everything. And then they disappear, they go to the catacombs, and then somehow Petrus is there still. And you're like, well, why is Petrus here? Well, Petrus abandons her, and she gets stuck right here. Like, Patches kicked her down here, just like she did to us, or just like he did to us. So you'll find her down here, kind of sitting next to this pillar. You can talk to her, and she's going to tell you about how Vince and Nico are now hollow and, you know, aggro, pretty much. So Patches kicked them all down there. Vince and Nico died. Reah survived, but she's kind of hanging on by a thread here, about to be killed by Vince and Nico, probably. So we need to save her. We need to kill Vince and Nico, and that'll progress the storyline. You have to kill Vince and Nico, and then she'll end up going back to the parish. So we're looking for Vince and Nico here. There they are. One's got like a pike or something, and one's got like a mace, I think. So the one with the mace is similar to the one in the forest with the mace, like just like a cleric. And then you got the pike guy. I think it's a pike. Might be a hammer. What is that? I'm trying to see what it is. Oh, it's like maybe a halberd. Oh no, that's a cool weapon. Maybe a lucerne? No, I guess it's a halberd. But they go down pretty easily if you've been following along. We've been over-leveling with the soul farming method, and we have an awesome weapon, and we got the poise ring on, I think, and all that stuff. So she says Vince and Nico are grateful to you for ending their suffering, pretty much. And now you saved her. She'll be able to get back to the parish. So that's where we're at in her quest line. I'm trying to make her quest line go as far as possible. One thing you got to be very careful of the next part here. Once you do this, once you send her back to the parish, you can't be like ignoring her and going off and doing other things. You can't go to like kill Quelaag and go to the Great Hollow and then kill, you know, Quelaag's brother, and then, you know, you can't do like a bunch of stuff and then come back to the parish, because she'll be dead. Petrus will kill her, because Petrus does not want her to be like telling people that he abandoned her and whatnot. Petrus is really a piece of junk, a crappy person. So back up here with Patches, like, hey dude, why'd you kick us down there, you know? Once you get out of there, you can go back and talk to Patches. What you want to say here is no, you do not forgive him. I know you like kind of want to say, yeah, I forgive you. But you want to say no, and then he'll give you something, because he like wants to get your forgiveness. So just say no here, and then he'll give you like some humanity or something like that. One thing I did miss was Patches in the catacombs, like at the switch. I don't know how I missed that. Maybe I didn't go soon enough. Like, you might have to go into the catacombs before Reah appears at the Firelink Shrine to see Patches there with at the switch. I didn't get to see that part this time, but it's not a big deal. It's like the quest line still goes on. We don't have to do that part. It's just kind of nice to see. But talked to Patches, told him no, I don't forgive him, and then he gave me some items. But this will send Patches, I think, back to Firelink. Like, he's going to be there soon enough. He'll be kind of like on the way to the catacombs, like to the graveyard. He'll be standing there. But here's Petrus now. It's weird he doesn't really say anything. Like, I might have missed a little bit of dialogue here. Like, if I would have let them, like, both coexist for, like, a little bit longer, they might have gave me a little bit more dialogue. But putting it 2 times speed just because you don't need to see this. I'm just running to the parish, going up an elevator. Wanted to show you what you can kind of do to see all the dialogue and stuff. But yeah, if you go to like do 2, I think if you do 2 different areas right now, like he will kill her. So you can go off and do one little thing if you want to and come back, and maybe you'll get the other dialogue and stuff that I missed. But I was too nervous about it. I didn't want Petrus killing her, so you're about to see I take care of him. I take care of him. But now she'll be a miracle vendor. She has like way better miracles than Petrus. Not that I'm gonna be faith build this time or anything like that, but I kind of like to have a little bit. I like to have a homeward or homebound or whatever it's called. So you can like instead of using bones, you can just cast homeward. So I kind of like to get about 18 faith. I've been kind of doing a big spread because I've been soul farming so much and like over leveling so much. Not really recommended for most people when you're playing Dark Souls. You kind of want to like focus on a build. Like if you're doing a strength build, do a lot of strength. If you're doing a dex build, a lot of dex. If you're doing a sorcery build, a lot of it. You know, a lot of atonement if you're doing magic and stuff. But I'm kind of been doing a spread just so I want to have cast light. So I can see good, so I want to get my sorcery up to like 14, 15. I want, certain covenants. You need a certain amount, like to talk to certain vendors because I'm trying to get everything. So I have a couple of ideas for some videos that I might do, like achievements that I don't have yet. Like back in the day on Xbox 360, I got all of the achievements, but I don't have them all on PlayStation, so a few of the ones that I'm missing, I might make some videos about it. And then I also have some other cool ideas for some videos, like stuff I was just looking up, like, hey, how do you do this? And then I figured it out. I'm like, oh, maybe I should make a video about that. So there's some things you might have to farm to get certain achievements. So I might make I got some ideas right now for some other videos. I already captured some footage for some videos going forward. So hopefully we get to keep doing this. I don't know. We'll see. Went back to talk to Petrus, but he didn't really have too much to say. I thought there was like a little bit more where he was like, where he says something about her being back at the parish and being like surprised and like, I don't know. And then I thought she said more about him and like how she failed him. Like she thinks like, but here, this guy, you can talk to him and he'll say some stuff about it. The virtuous lass came back alone. Did her followers die or was she abandoned? Who knows? But I suppose we've heard the last from Milady. We know Vincent Nico went with her, and so did Petrus, but Petrus ran back to Firelink Shrine when the going got tough, and Vincent Nico died protecting her, and then they all got stuck down in that pit, and we saved her, sent her back here, so now Petrus is like, oh crap, she's going to tell everybody, so he wants to kill her. So I went back and forth a few times. I think I wasn't patient enough here. Like I probably should have went off and did something else and then came back. But I was worried about her getting killed by Petrus, so I did not end up doing that. I just talked to them a few times. I want to have her as a vendor, and then I want to send her to... she ends up going to the Duke's Archives. So like, with Griggs, if you buy all his spells, and like, Logan's there, and eventually Griggs goes off to go to Duke's Archives or something, but he gets stuck in Sin's Fortress and dies, and you get to see some of these merchants hollow later. We get to see her hollow later in Duke's Archives, and I kind of want to see that in this playthrough. So, yeah, going back to Petrus now. I think I'm about to murk him. I'm going to put him on a shirt. I'm going to wet him up. I'm going to spin the block. Yeah, make him do some yoga poses. Make him do some burpee sets. You know what I mean? I'm about to go sneak up behind him. Like, you're just like Lautrec, bro. You're like, he's probably more evil than Lautrec. At least Lautrec had like a reason for what he was doing. This guy's just a coward. Alright, so bang! Boom, dead. That's that black knife strength right there. So we killed him. It can't end like this. He drops humanity to humanity. Head back to Reah. She doesn't really have anything to say about it, but I didn't really reset I didn't like zone or reset anything, so duh, she doesn't have anything to say. I don't know. I tried. basically I kept Reah alive. I kind of kept the quest line going, but I didn't get to see like every piece of dialogue. Missed a little bit from Patches from before they go to their mission, where he's in the catacombs, and then I missed a little bit right here, I think, from Reah and Petrus talking about each other while they're both back. But I did keep it going, so that's what really matters. But yeah, I think that's most of everything except for like the gaping dragon here I got on the end. And the audio is going to be a little bit, I think I turned it off, except for my commentary, because sometimes when I record these, I'm like watching YouTube or listening to a podcast, and I accidentally left my mic on. So there's like a podcast in the background. So I had to totally mute this section. I'm sorry. But you can summon Knight Solaire here for the Gaping Dragon. So make sure you do that. Always be in human form if possible, because if you're in human form, first of all, I think you get a little bit of extra stats for like item discovery and other little things. And then second of all, you can do NPC summons for boss fights. And third of all, you get invaded by NPCs and get some cool stuff from that. But go in here, the Gaping Dragon. My main advice for the Gaping Dragon is wait. Stay away from it. Stay on the side of it pretty much and away from it. And then wait for it to like rear up and slam down and then run at you. And then just get out of the way, go around behind it, and hit it in its tail like a few times. And then get far away from it, kind of on the side of it, far away from it. Wait for it to rear up, slam down, charge you, and just run to the side to where it doesn't hit you with the charge. And then every time it charges you, you can just like get a bunch of good hits in on its tail. So that's my usual advice here. We're just super strong and we're just going to smoke it. So I'm not really that worried about it. But see how it does its charge and then you can get a few hits in. So we get the tail, the Dragon King Great Axe. I don't know if I'm going to use the Black Knight Sword the whole time. Because I got it to +5 eventually. And I don't know. It's already maxed out. I might max something else out. Plus, I want to get all achievements, so I don't know. I might pick something else to max out and just have a couple weapons. But this weapon is doing some good work here. Cool thing about Solaire is the dragon will be distracted by him, and that's usually what you want the NPC summons for, is so it's kind of like a ping-pong action. They'll be focused on the summon, and you can attack them. So, smoke the Gaping Dragon, easy. Just wait for that rear up, that slam down, that charge. Run to the side, get out of the way of it, and then hit its tail. Pretty easy. But yeah, that's it for this one. I do have a bunch of things planned, so hopefully you stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe. Consider joining. It helps a lot. Tell your good about the channel comment below, and I'll see y'all next time for probably Great Hollow, Quelaag, stuff like that. So hopefully you'll join me again. Hit that like. See you next time. Peace.